All right, back in the shop here, Danbury Acres. Got lots to do. We were working on the windows in there, or the window mechanisms. Anyways, can't put the glass in until I get the little felt moldings. I just went online to order them. They go in, here along the windows. Some people call them cat whiskers. My dad used to call them cat whiskers. They run on both sides of the window, kind of keep it from rattling and keep some of the weather out. That side there, that door has got painted in and out, which is nice, but too bad the back was obviously masked up when they painted it, so there's some kind of rusty stuff back there. Anyhow, look what I'm watching. Got in the garage here. A little no-nonsense know-how, and keep me motivated watching these other YouTubers do their thing. Andrew Camerata, and who else do I watch? Watch Wes work, of course, Diesel Creek, Musty One. And so right now, you know what? I'm going to go outside and get that snowmobile going, because weather's supposed to be really nice. And, I can come in here later. But kind of weather took a turn for the shitty, actually. It was really nice and sunny yesterday. And today it's kind of raining, but it is warm. It's, kind of snowing. It's so warm. Rainy snow, I guess you'd call that. All right, here we are back on the back end. Got some trim work to do today. That stuff right in between there that covers the gas cap and both sides. Here's all the interior trim pieces. Almost all ready to go in, but there's still lots of stuff to go, including the windows that maybe we'll get to today as well. Anyways, I was going to do a little bit of work on this trim here, polishing, and there's some damage on these two pieces here. So we're going to look at how we can fix that. And so what I've done is I've grabbed a few different hammer dollies or body dollies. These can be used as anvils behind here to do a little work. Here's my basically smallest body hammer. Pick is sometimes useful for trim, but we'll use this side here. Might take that up so that we don't mar anything here while we're doing some work. Generally you hit it from the other side, but this one here we want to get that shape. And in order to get that shape, you can use a shaping tool like this. This is just a whole bunch of little pieces of steel in there that move up and down. So, you use that to contour. It's a contouring tool, I guess you could call it. Get that right on there, and this is really helpful for getting these pieces lined up in the right way. See how much gap there's there. It's all going to be lifted up. Alright, so we'll get that sorted, get this camera in the stand, and do a little work on that. So I'm just looking this over, seeing which way might be the best to do this. And this here is a really soft metal, number one, super lightweight tin. And this is a big area here that might be easy to bend out. So if I use this anvil, this body hammer, why can't I remember that? I may have used it all my life. You know what that is. Anyways, a dolly. I could use it on this side and hammer it down a bit, and I might be able to get that stuff out without marring it. There's no sharp edges here. Now this does have a bit of a sharp crease along the top there, so I'm going to use this on the bottom more. Just kind of move that stuff out. And then I'll use this edge here right on that crease and see if I can't get that poking up. Now I've got this towel on the bottom, which gives me a bit of a soft landing because this tin is so lightweight. If I was doing anything else, I might just do it right on the wooden table and maybe tape it up to avoid marring. But see, you want to make sure you don't get any dents or sharp contact, which is going to happen, but this is on the back side. So look at that, that's mostly out already. Oh, that is out. Look at that, check it out. Like no gap at all there already. Wow, that just came right out. That was the perfect tool. I barely hit that 10 times. Wow, let's check it against this one that's not damaged. Look at that. I see a thing here, but it's not on this, so that's why it's good to use this. You might see it with your eye because of the paint and the reflection, but you put this on there, it doesn't show. But that's low. but we got this spot here. See if we can't get that done the same way. If not, I might have to use a bit of a hammer because it's also underneath this lip here. That makes it a little more difficult. Here's this one here has a bit of a piece that's sticking out here. Might get under there a little better. Maybe I could just oops. Keep looking at what you're doing every 1 or 2 hammers. You don't go too far. Ow! And don't do that. Ouch. I can't remember the name for the dolly, and I hit my thumb. Obviously been out of the game a little too long. Actually already looks alright. See, it's coming out there, you can see. Oh, look at that. Got a bit of a low spot right in there, right in here. Try that again in that way. Keep my thumb out of the way. Oh, I like it. Look at that. Okay, so this side here, you can see it's actually perfect over here, of course. And this side's not perfect, but it's pretty close. Oh yeah, still a bit low right there. Right, you can see the low spot. See the light shining through there. Alright, touch more right there. And then there's a bit of a mark here. It's dented it flat. So you got to get something in there to replicate this edge, and then you can sand that out and polish that edge. It's pretty tough because this is, oh yeah, it's going to be near impossible because this is double. This piece here is being welded onto here. And that's exactly where you need that to go. So unless I could get something right in there, it's nearly impossible. There's a weld right there. Might have to just shine that up. Sand and shine it. Let's just put this back on here. Make sure we got exactly right. A little low there at the bottom. Still sitting there. There's no room for it. Alright, because this stuff is so soft, I'm going to just start with some 1000 grit wet dry paper. Let's see what happens here on the edge. I don't know if that's going to be enough. That's enough to get tiny scratches out and polish it, but not enough to get that damage. Need a little something more aggressive. All right, and then back to the 1000. Then 2000. Feels just like paper rubbing over it. I also have 3500 grit on a disc. That's for pretty much for clear coat sanding. Look at this, this is actually shining it back up ready. Not getting that that lump right out, or that little low spot right out, because you'd have to practically go right through the metal to get that out. Just trying to shine everything close to it, so then you might not see it once it's all polished. And then you know, you could spend your whole life if you want to try to repaint this. I don't think I'll be doing that. Might paint this line here. That will be a little easier, but trying to mask off all these little squares here could be nearly impossible. See what it looks like after it's polished up here. All right, let's go over to the polisher. All right, now here's a situation with the polisher you're going to want to be very careful with. I'm going to have to move the camera over that side. Let's get a little more light over here. Okay, so here's a piece of chrome that goes on the back corners, around the back seat kind of thing. Convertible top clips to these. There's round clips that go on there that the back of the top snaps onto. And when they painted it last, they left a little bit of paint. They masked this off. Obviously didn't take these off. And there was just a little bit of paint here. You can see right in the edges here. So just get that off with a little knife here. It's right inside a couple of these creases where the chrome crease is in there, so kind of hard to get out of there. Might not be able to see it from the top, so that's good. Get that off with the knife, and put it right there. Then just use the steel wool again. Get that stuff off and polish the edges. Get a little bit of rust around that hole there off. So you can see the checks from the chrome being weathered. Unfortunate. Trying to get all that rust that's inside there out of there. And then hit it with the polishing wheel. There we go. A little more of the black stick. And you can see it's on there now. It's the wax, or the compound coming off the wheel. And once you're done on that side, give it the final buff and see what it looks like here. Wow. Pretty close to nice. There. 1, 2, 3. Again, those all go back here on the edge here. I just need to buy, I tried to buy yesterday these that go back there, but I couldn't. They didn't have them at my local auto body specialty shop. Usually they do have all that stuff, but I did buy a box of these old school Phillips tap head screws. Now these are plated, not stainless steel, so they'll be for the grill and tail lights, etc. And then I did get some stainless items for different areas, and this is for interior bits, stainless with washers. Those go on anything like this, maybe on this parts here, the interior panels. And then, like I said, I am looking for, where's the sample, can't find the sample bits. These kind of, not sure if these screws go here. No, that's plated, so these, gotta find the stainless ones. So I need smaller stainless screws for the interior bits like that. These ones are fair size. I'm going to use these actually on the tail lights back here. Yeah. So yeah, those ones are the washers go here. See, on all these spots that have a little larger hole sticking out like that. All right. So last thing today, I was going to put together this window, quarter window. Leave everything loose for now. All right, so this assembly here is the front guide, and goes back behind the window inside there, drops in like this. That connects right at the bottom down there. So can't recall if this all came out of the unit. I can't imagine, so this glass has to come off here and then go. Now, I think we can get this from there, or just got it on the top here. And just drop it in the top. See what happens. Let's go through the bottom, and you must have to have that back seat out. All right, take two. All right, out goes this back seat. Piece of the top of that assembly that goes, there's a stud back here. Put that on first. There you go, front one on, and that one. See that? Okay, so that's how that goes. Then we get a nut. There's a nut for here. You can see the witness marks there. Looks like it should have been right over there. Over it. Now, let me grab a socket. Alright, so it's 1/2 inch, and this nut seems really snug in here, so I don't think it's going to fall out. But just to make quadruple sure, just put a little piece of paper in there with it. Paper towel, that is. Old body man mechanics trick. Put that in there. Don't fall out while you're stumbling around in there. Oh, it's extremely tight anyway, so don't think I was going to need it, but better safe than fumbling around. Leave it loose. Now we got one down here to go. And we should have all the exact same stuff for the other side. Let's see what we have for the other side. We have, looks like we're missing some things. We're missing, no, we got the 2 nuts. And we got these items. Looks like we're just missing that 1 body screw and less. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, looks like that body screw was made extra. This has all the right original stuff for the other side. So I didn't pre-grease anything because I didn't want to get it all over the place, but I'm going to get the grease on these channels now. They don't need it all over, they just need it. And we'll put a little bit right on the window itself. I'm going to put a little bit right on this wheel here. Alright, so I just put this on a rubber hose here, and I could reach in further. One of those Delrin rollers I just showed at the bottom needs to go into a slot down there before you bolt it up, so just have to backtrack a little bit. I'll put some grease on it first. 3 of them. If I undo 3, it might pivot. So close. All right, so I got that little bushing in the right hole, in the right slot. That's always the key. Getting all these little bushings in the right slot at the right time. We'll put these guys back in where they're supposed to be. And the slots to make the mechanism ride properly. And I still need to get the glass seated. So hopefully I have some of those things in the right spot at the right time. This guy in the bottom. So this one that I'm doing right now, that I'm seating right now at the bottom, this one allows the window to lean in and out in the plane of the car. So like to stand up straight or lean out and then fit into the convertible top and or go down without touching the sides. So now the glass can slide in. Alright, let's check it out. Yep, Looks like she's gonna working. Nice. Little top view for the audience. Everything is working in there. Whoops. Like I said, this is a door unlatch handle for the front, not a window rolling handle. Otherwise, it would have a little knob on the end of it. But all seems to work, and the glass slides up and down this channel here, and along this channel back here. All right, good to go on that one. I have to order these whiskers. Hopefully, I can find them that go in here. Window felts, window rubbers, cat whiskers, as my dad used to call them, before we put any of the windows in. So that's next on the agenda for ordering. All right, something I want to do right now is put a little bit of black paint, like I had said, on the couple of the stripes here and there on these things. I'm going to wipe off the back first, put a dirty side there, like that. Still got tags on them. Hope I have enough of these. Yeah, sure. What I'll do is I'll just leave this little thing here that says left right on here, and I'll make sure nothing gets mixed up on the reassembly process. How's it back here? It's a little bent here. I hope that's not going to cause me issues when I put this back on. Hopefully that stays where it should. All right. So I'm just going to mask this here, and then we'll take it over to the our little parts painting area. So this is just a little strip. Goes right along here. And make sure that the part that you paint, or with the edge that you're painting, is well stuck down and there's no bad edges for the paint to bleed under. Always use a sharp razor blade to catch that edge. See that? Nice and sharp there. On this side, same thing. Now I got a really nice edge on that side. I can come down here and get a really nice corner on this side. Make sure that it's nice on there. Okay. No paint all the way down here. Just a tiny little line of paint, really, that's going on there. All right, I'll be back. All right, I got it all masked up. I just want to wipe this down and make sure those edges of the tape are down. Then we'll put a little bit of final masking. It takes a lot of tape sometimes to mask just a tiny little spot. That's the case here. I just want that little black around the edge here, so I've got to mask all this up. I'm not going to do these little squares in there. That'll be 2-inch tape's gone somewhere. Who knows what happened to it? So I'll have to use this cheaper painter's tape. This is the expensive 3M automotive tape. And this is like interior painter's tape just to mask the larger areas. This 3M tape holds a really nice edge. That's why I use that in automotive applications. It also sticks to a lot of things quite well, whereas the interior masking tape that you would use in your house. It doesn't stick very well, which is good because then you don't rip off the drywall and stuff when you're unmasking. So 2 different applications for tapes. All right, those are ready to paint. All right, the other 2 little things I wanted to paint here that I ran around getting the close or correct color. I hope it's correct, otherwise it's close. And it's just these little seatbelt tabs here that are pretty worn. So just going to give them a little key with the Scotch-Brite. Yeah, so there we go. Give those a little rub-a-dub-dub and a little another wipe them down like the other stuff with the pre-paint solvent. Look at all the dirt that came off there. Okay, go to a new spot. Things like this that are super hard to mask, you can you paint them, and then what you do is just scrape off the any overspray that's on little bits of chrome or something that you just no way you could mask. I mean, you try your best, but sometimes you just can't get at them. Don't really want to take them apart. That's probably not good for them. I mean, you probably should take it apart, but sometimes that makes a lot more work than otherwise. Just a little trick to size that tape right. I can get it right underneath there. There we go. Oh, stay on that side there, boy. Good. Oh, perfectly that size, just right. It slipped right in there. All right, I'm gonna plug in that. That is the exhaust fan for the window. Can you hear that going? Exhaust's pretty good there. Oh, I need something to mask these ends up here. All right, so here's what I came up with. I just put a rag on there. Take the edge down. It's nice and warm today and nice and warm in the shop, but a little heat on anything you're painting is always a good idea. So excuse the heavy light, but this makes for a good heater. Okay, yeah, that puts out a lot of heat. Halogen lamp there. I like to leave them upside down for a while. Just gets the pigments for sure off the bottom. Do a little test, make sure that's flat black. Definitely want to shoot a little test patterns and stuff first, especially out of a new can. Probably has a lot of solvent right in the side of the straw. Oh, that's nice. Oh, Scheiße. Scheisenheimer. Oh, the flat black looks really good too. Alright, so just, yeah, tons of coats. Keep shaking the cans and lots of nice light coats. Oh, these belts, that's a beautiful green. Uh-oh, I just overdid it there. Hit it too hard. Damn. Gotta be so careful. I'll have to dust that. Make sure I dust it over that. I'll try to make sure to hit him from every angle. Nice. I think that's just about it. You don't need a whole lot. Definitely a little bit more black over here. All right, I think we're pretty much good to go here. Let that dry a little bit longer. And hit another coat, one last coat. Hit it all with one last coat. Now you can see buckles look great. This looks fantastic. Look at that. Just the tiniest detail, but when that comes unmasked, brighten those up. Make them contrast between the polished aluminum. Nice. And these belt buckles are going to look brand new in the car. I hope they're not too green. They look a little green, but that might just because it's a new paint. But we'll try it, check it out. Make sure we get it right and that it looks good. All right, hey, thanks for watching another episode of Dannenberg Acres. We did lots of different stuff on that episode. Well, some snowmobiling in between. And got lots to go here. Get those pieces on the back there. We got the bumpers that just came in. And the windows. I'm going to finish up these windows here. Parts. And then we'll put the glass in when those felts come. Alright, hey, thanks again all. If, you know, like everybody else asks, I don't ask very often, but if you can, comment on the bottom. Let me know what you think of all this stuff. Let me know how you, you know, if you learned anything or if you're at least somewhat entertained watching me work on my stuff. And, you know, I don't get a lot of comments on mine. My channel's pretty slow, pretty calm, let's say. I don't know, okay, very few watchers, let's say. Some of my videos have like 1,000. I did a video a long time ago about shrinking metal, and that has almost 20,000 views. That was about 10 years ago, though. So anyhow, I would love it if you give me a like. And, you know, I do have a fair amount of subscribers, just over 1,000, which I can't believe it and I appreciate. But you know what, we'll keep going, and we'll see how the rest of this stuff turns out. And yeah, from Dannenberg Acres Garage here out in the prairies in Saskatchewan. Thanks for joining me. Alright, just came to check. Oh, puppy's sleeping. Nighttime already. Just came to check the paint. See how the paint dried up here. Sweet, sweet. No checking, no cracking, no nothing. This black from that SEM can, wow, that was an exact match of the factory. Check that out. There's the factory. Just kind of blended it in there. That's the stuff there. That is that SEM color coat. Nice. And this was a Duplicolor. Perfect match, it says. So we'll see that. Okay, tomorrow we'll undo those and install the back end here. And we'll continue on with the windows. I did order the felts today. So get all the windows mechanisms in and then slide the glass in. All right. Night all. Night, sweetheart. Get out of here. I'm trying to sleep. Check out the pink sunlight in our bathroom. It's actually really nice. There's a beautiful sunset. As usual, Saskatchewan sunsets, they last like an hour. Whereas everywhere else we are, Mexico, Hawaii, go watch a sunset, they last like 3 minutes. So here's a beautiful sunset in our bathroom with pink light. Gorgeous. Oh, yeah. Here's pizza. Homemade, super thin crust. That's the big deal now. Look at that thin crust. Ultra thin. Medium.